Hello, guys. Hello. Welcome to our new show. I'm your host po pala. My name is Jonathan Francis, a full-time registered nurse here in Las Vegas. Pasensya na po kayo sa aso ko maingay. Welcome to Real Talk on Digital Business with the coaches. Ayan. Coach Rose?
Hello,
Coach
everyone.
Rose.
Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you guys are. So, yeah, welcome to our show, the Real Talk on Digital Business with the Coaches. I am originally from Cebu, Philippines, but based here in Maine, USA. But we will dive deeper as well. What's divine?
Hello everyone. Welcome here. Be inspired with us. This is Unfiltered Talk with us coaches here. So I am
Yes.
Divine Reigns. I'm here in Florida, USA. I'm also a registered nurse, and I have not been back working as a registered nurse, and we will also dive deeper into that why.
Yes.
Okay, back to you,
Right.
Coach Pinky.
Hi, coaches, and hello everyone who are watching right now and who will be watching the replay later. So, my name is Pinky Molino. I am based here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. So, hello to everyone who lives here in Canada. And I am a mom of two. I used to work as a caregiver before, but since I started the business, I have been a full time mom and a digital business owner. So, good evening to all of you.
All right. Thank you. Welcome, coaches. Guys, we created this show for all of you guys who are actually still not sure kung tutuloy po ba kayo sa business or not. So we will give you clarity and we will give you some pasensya na po. Nagkakagay.
It's
So we will
okay.
give you clarity and we will explain to you kung ano ba yung ano ginagawa po namin. So Coach Rose, ikaw muna.
So, yes, guys. So, we will be diving this and we decide to do this show para you will have like clearer of what really we're doing, why we are here, and so do you want me to dive into my why, Coach Jonathan?
All right, guys. So let's begin with what we do. 'Di ba?
Yes.
Madami kasi nako-confuse what do we do as digital marketers or digital business, 'di ba? So we will explain that about like, yung simple ano lang, yung simple background ng business natin. So those people who will watch will have will have some at least some enlightenment, 'di ba? Okay, so Coach Divine, you wanna begin with that? So, what do we do? What is this digital business?
Okay, thank you so much. So, what exactly we do in this business? I know you will really have a lot. I see a lot of people they're going live. They do like this show, and then they said they're not selling. We don't see any products. They just show, you know, about the business. So our main reason here is that we don't do any directs. Why you don't see any of us? You don't see a products at all. Although there are products involved because this is a legitimate business. There's always products involved in every business, no matter what it is, you guys. There's always products or services involved. So that's what in this business, that's also part of our business. But what we are offering to you is an opportunity, an opportunity to own your very own business, meaning to say you will be your own boss. You will be doing, on your own terms. You run this business at your own terms. As you have heard earlier, some of us here are still working full time, right? And some are already, retired, just like, quit their job, just like Coach Pinky there. Because we also emphasize you how flexible this business is. You don't need to like, quit your job right away, or, do I have to quit my job to run this business? Absolutely not. You know, that's why this business, you can incorporate this business on top of your full-time job or part-time job. So that's what we are, offering to you, an opportunity to be your own boss. So anything you would like to add with that, Coach Pinky?
So, hello. Okay. So, what is a digital business? So, actually, that's one of my questions before, because I'm not particularly looking for a digital business. It's something new to me. But I know the concept of online business. But I know that there are different kinds of online businesses out there. But business model, in this business model, we help people to start their online businesses by giving them, this system that provides everything that you need to start a
Mhm.
successful online business, and that includes video-based training,
Yes.
automation that's doing most of the heavy lifting for you, mentorship, coaching, and support from your global community, so you won't be alone, right? Actually, the founders of our business, of this business model, they know that a lot of people wants to start online businesses, but their struggles are just like us, that most of us are not tech savvies and we don't
Mhm.
have business background. And that's one of my misconceptions before as well, that I had to have those qualifications in order to start this business. And I'm grateful that, with this business model, you don't have to. You can start from zero experience, no technical, advanced technical skills, because everything is provided for you
For
with this
you.
system. It's like plug and play. You just have to plug in into this proven system at your own time and pace. So yeah.
Yeah. Very good, coaches. Let's tackle about why digital business? Why not a traditional business, diba? Kasi ang traditional business is more secure, I guess, because it's more you can hold it, it's very tangible, diba? Yung if you wanna run like a traditional business, but a lot of people are still having doubts when it comes to online or digital business kasi bago siya, right? So let's talk about the difference between a traditional business and also a digital business. Coach Rose, you want to start?
Yes. So, for me, Coach Jonathan, no, traditional business is you have to be there. You have to be hands-on for that business when you start, because for that business to grow and allow you to support your needs. But it will take years to be able to
Yeah.
become profitable for that business. But for us here, we have full-time breadwinner. Like for me, I need to work, to support my family, to pay the bills. So that's why I choose online business, because we can operate globally now, just phone, internet, and then laptop. So like I love of what we have here, because it's global and we can reach millions of people across the globe.
Yeah.
We don't have to be in the office. That's why, like, for me, I prefer this, because I do have traditional business, but I'm not there, I'm not home to run. So when it comes to the success of that business, is I don't know. So let's, you have anything into that, Coach Pinky?
Hello. Yeah. So, is it about the traditional business, the difference of well, before I know that I cannot, it's not the traditional business that I am, aiming to have, because in the first thing in my mind was like, I need a big capital. Right? It could either be like franchise or
True.
much more if it's brick and mortar business, right?
Yes.
So I know that
Mhm.
I cannot afford to start those businesses, and I have to be physically present there, right? Most of the time, and I cannot bring it anywhere I go. So my need as a mom, as a busy mom, is to have that flexibility, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. That's why I was led to this kind of business, online business, because I was looking for flexibility, and this is the exact answer for me. So
Yeah.
it's giving me the flexibility that I need as a busy mom. Plus, you can travel with it. Imagine that, right? It's so flexible and portable at the same time.
Yes.
Yes.
Coach Divine, anything else? Coach Divine,
The commute.
muted.
Okay, I think yeah. Alrighty. So I think Coach Pinky have elaborated a little bit of why uh, difference like traditional and the digital is that keep in mind that when you open a traditional business, it requires big very huge investment, and which not a lot of, just like of us here, we're everyday people, which not a lot of everyday people that has that huge amounts to invest
Mm.
in a business. Let's say, for example, you want to open a Dunkin' Donuts or a Starbucks. You have to have at least 100K and above just for
Mhm.
the franchise alone. And
More
not
than
many
that.
can afford that. That's why,
Yeah.
yeah, even more than that. And not many can afford that. Especially like an everyday person, we only your salary to salary, and then sometimes even if you get a loan, then you still cannot you know
Yeah.
there's like a
Yeah.
99% you're not going to get it. Why? Because they need those credit checks and all that. But in this business, everyday people can do this business because we give you all the options however will fit your finances.
Excuse me.
If you want to go fast, yes, we have that option for you. If you want to go like slow, we have that option for you. And then if you want to like I want to add this on. I want to add on top of my job, and I don't want to quit my job. I still have that, option, flexibility, like
Mhm.
Coach Pinky said. So yeah, a lot of everyday people of us here are, in this business. So
Yes.
yeah, back to you,
Yes.
Jonathan.
All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this show, and I hope we are tackling some of your concerns. Also, when it comes to traditional and a digital business, I'm just going to elaborate on. Someone mentioned this among the three of you. The cost. The traditional business, it will cost you a lot because you will have overhead. You will have
Yeah,
you still
overhead
have to
expenses and
you
cost. Yes.
yep you will still have to pay for the location that you're going to put your business on, and you still have to pay your employees, supplies. Of course, you have to do your marketing as well. All of that can cost, right? It's like buying a franchise. But if you have a digital business, the cost will be like this much. Why? Because there's a startup cost, of course, like all real businesses have startup cost. And also, you're just spending all of it on your own business because you're running it. You're the CEO and you don't have any overhead. You don't have a location because the location is in your home on your phone. See, that's the beauty about it. And also, the best thing about running a global digital business are the write off. Who wants to talk about write off, especially for nurses, guys, or those of you who are in the medical field?
Oh,
Coach
we have
Rose.
a nurse here, Coach
Yeah.
Divine.
Coach Rose is a nurse
You, Coach
too.
John. Coach, just
Me too.
the three of you.
All right, Coach Rose, you want to tackle the benefits?
Yes, so the benefits, guys, here, like in this business, so there is a lot, I would say first is our investment capital, like the one-time membership fee, all of the expenses here, tax write-off. It also includes your like electricity, your phone bills, your
Mm-hmm.
clothes, all because we are talking attraction marketing here. So we
Yeah.
have to be presentable on social media. And there is more to it that could tax write off, but that's the only thing I could remember right now. If you could add on to
Coach Divine.
Okay, I think I can add some more on that. Because, back then when you buy your laptop, guys, you're paying your phone bill. And that can, before when you read, but I don't have my business, I have to pay my phone bill, my internet out of my pocket. But with this business, at the same time, if I buy anything that I use for this business, like say, for example, I have to buy this camera. Well, I use this on my business. At the same time, I use it for personal use. Back then, if I was not in the business, everything was just personal use. Everything is just out. But the tax write up here that you can do on this business. So yeah, and
Mhm.
also part of your house, by the way. Of course,
yes,
all these that we're talking about is personal experience that we have. Please still talk to your
CPA. Yeah.
CPA or whoever do your taxes. Okay,
Yep.
so
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
Coach Pinky.
Yeah, here in Canada, we are able to like also provide information about our mortgage and a portion of that. portion of, like, for example, a space in your house that you use
Yes.
as your home office. You can include that as well, and paid advertising, because in the business, of course, this is attraction
Oh, yeah.
marketing. You have an option to, advertise in different social media platforms, so you can tax write off those cost,
Mhm.
advertising cost. And what else? Basically, you've covered most of it, right? So yeah, so
All
those
right.
things. That's why I'm so glad, like, we can benefit from those expenses.
I know. Thank you guys, and also your the entire startup cost can be divided into multiple years or new number of years. That's what my CPA did. I'm not going to talk about the details on that, but my startup cost, I got it back
Yeah.
through
Travel, right?
through
Did you mention
yes,
travel already?
yes,
Travel
travel,
expenses?
your hotels, guys,
Yes.
your hotels, your trips, your flight, your rental cars, your food, all of
Yes.
your expenses, they are tax write off. But like what Coach Divine said, always check with your CPA on which items can be properly written off. So para naman hindi po tayo matrouble, di ba? All right.
Right.
So hopefully you guys are enjoying. Thank you for the 4 watchers. Please comment down below para naman makapag-hype po kami sa inyo.
Hello, everyone.
So and also running a digital business, it's so much easier. Okay. I think Coach Rose, I think talk about the amount of time you will spend on running a traditional business. You will for example, you have a bakery. I always go with the bakery, I don't know why. So if you have a bakery, you have to open up your store early in the morning, probably about 5, right? 5 or 6. And then hello mommy. And then you still have to spend time late at night to prepare for the next day, right? But our traditional business, you only spend in the beginning, guys, 1 to 2 hours per day.
Sorry.
Sorry, bye.
I
And yeah, and
want to
then
add
and
on to that.
go ahead, Coach Ross.
Speaking of bakery, yeah, you have to be there at least 14 to
Yeah.
16 hours a day, because you have to
Yes.
bake, you have to prepare, you have to open. That is a lot of work. And then when
Yeah.
it comes to, because that is a lot to do. I couldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, and the thing about it, when you start a business, in the beginning of your business, hello, Hazel, thanks for watching. Oh, from
Hi,
a cruise.
Hazel.
Oh, wow. See, a business owner doing the business while doing their cruise. And also the 1 to 2 hours that I'm talking about, you can break it down into chunks. 10 minutes, 20 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes during your lunch, from work and all of that. And you cannot do that with a traditional business, right? So the time spent in this business, of course, it will increase as you improve and learn new skills. You attend our training weekly, and then you do go lives. Just every income producing activities to elevate your business. Of course, it will increase. And yeah, anything else, Coach Rose?
Nope, I think that's all good for me. You mentioned everything already.
Oh, sorry. Okay. We're done with that. And thanks for the 6 watchers. Thank you, guys. We are global
Thank you,
today.
everyone.
Thank you.
And what about some of the common questions na sinasabi nila na um, I'm not tech savvy. Yeah, let's begin with that. We're just gonna tackle on some of the questions that we are getting all the time, and then our next show we're gonna dig deeper into that.
I
Okay,
can
Coach Rose.
answer that.
Okay, Coach Pinky, go ahead.
Because that's one of my, again, as I said, one of my misconceptions before is that you have to have, advanced computer skills. And I was so, what do you call this? I'm just a person who just scroll my social
Yeah.
media. I know how to copy paste. I know basic computer skills, but what I thought before was I have to go, like, what do you call this? Go through a certain course and
Mhm.
get certificates in order to be eligible to start online business. But when that's why I'm so grateful that I found this system, right? This business, because the training is so beginner friendly, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
User
true.
friendly, because it's video based. When you are looking, for example, on YouTube, how to do a certain dish, cook a certain dish, and they will give you instruction what are the ingredients and give you step by step process on how to cook that particular dish. It's just the same thing in our business. So
That's
you
true.
go through it step by step. It's video based, and the thing is, like, you can go back to it as many times as you need to, you know, at your own time and pace. So yeah,
Yes.
so that's why you don't have to be techy at all. So if that's one of your
Here.
hesitations or questions as well, then this is the good news. You don't have to be techy at all. And you have a mentor and coach to help and guide you.
Yes. Okay, another one is I don't know who wants to answer this. Another one is there are many online businesses that I'm seeing right now. Why would I pick yours?
Right.
Who wants
So
to answer that?
Why
Go
not?
ahead, Coach Rose.
yes. So guys, if you're watching this or gonna be watching replay, so there is so many advertisers nowadays that you see on social media. But we are not all the same. What we have here, it's like you have the vehicle. You know why you choose this? Because you have all the support, the training, the automation, products and company partnership, it's already in place. So you have the vehicle already in place. The only thing you have to do is to get in and drive
Plug in.
you want to, how fast you
Mhm.
want to go.
Yep.
It's because there's so many in there that people maybe promise you have the support, but you don't. Because I do have a lot of business partners that have been through that, and then they have no system, they have no community. Like the promises that they get, imagine if you get into their business and then they don't really have support, how are you going to succeed alone? It's not that easy.
Yes.
So yeah.
Very nice. You want to add something, Coach Divine?
I'm not sure if you guys can hear because I'm like on my
Yeah.
end, it's like breaking out. Am I coming to you clear, you guys?
Yes. Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
okay.
Yes, you are.
So yeah, I get it. I understand that there's a lot of options out there for you to choose from. And it's just understandable because you want to explore on what fits for you. Okay? What fits your lifestyle, what fits your finances. And the good thing about us is that we give you time. We give you time to decide on that. We give you options. We lay all everything that you need to know before you make that decisions. So
Yes.
if you want to try us, then how will you know if this business is for you if you're not going to take action, if you want to check it out yourself. So like I
Yes.
said, there's so many options out there, but ours is just so different that we give you those, like the refundable that we always give it to you. And then the trainings, when you get into the trainings, a lot of, like I know Coach Pinky mentioned this, like when she joined the different opportunity out there, she spent a lot of money which she was not able to get it, and it didn't work for her. But for us, we give you that option first to dive, do your diligence, check if this is for you. And but I just want to emphasize this: there's thousands and thousands of us already here in the business. Those numbers do not lie, meaning to say, there's really something in us why we are growing every day, why we are always expanding. There's got to
Yeah.
be a reason why, and it's up to you. Check it out yourself, you guys.
Anything else, Coach Picky, about this topic?
Yeah, I really believe, I really what do you call this? Sis Divine, Sis Rosalind, there are what they said is right. Like, we are not in the business of convincing people, because what we do is less we guide people. We guide you only. to see if this is a right fit for you. That's why we have this step-by-step process that you have to go through so
Yeah.
that you can make an informed decision for yourself if this is the business that you want to start. If it's not for you, no worries, right? Like, we're not here like, oh my goodness, like, come here, join us. We're so many now, like, because at the end of the day, it's really you who will decide whether this is something that you want to do for your family, right? For us, we made our own decision. We did our due diligence. We followed the step from step one until the last step. That's why we were able to, get ourselves informed that, okay, this is legit. This is what I'm looking for. And that's why we started. We didn't
Yeah.
start perfect, right, coaches? Did you start
Oh my
confident?
God.
No, even me, like, I started, like, even I still have lots of what ifs. What if this doesn't work for me?
Comparing
Right?
myself.
I'm afraid, those things, those hesitations in our minds. But I think the common ground among us here is that we have a strong desire to change our situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not I believe that not all business is one size fits all. That's
Yes.
why you really have to check out every opportunity. Okay.
Mhm.
So when you invest in this business, you're investing in yourself, not in us. Okay. Again, our role here is to guide and support you. Once you start the business, you're never gonna be alone. All right.
Yes, nicely said. Nicely said. Thank you guys for the 5 watchers, and thank you, Hazel and Mel. Thank you guys, and whoever else is watching. Anyway, guys, there are many businesses right now coming out. There are many businesses that are being sponsored by celebrities, famous people. But think about one. What is the most important thing you have to consider? Is their blueprint. How long is the business? Our business, guys, it's more than 5 decades. That alone can actually give you a concrete background. 5 decades, and them, they might have a system, but they're only been in existence for a year. Why would you even support that? Why would you even put your earnings, your savings into that if it's not even proven yet? So we're giving you a platform here, a blueprint that actually been duplicated millions of times. Those people who started in this business for years, 8 years, 10 years, they're living the life that they want for themselves and their family. And we, all of us here, coaches, we are close to that as well. So yeah, check
Yeah.
us out, and thank you guys for those of you who will who's watching right now. And then we will be doing this probably once a week. We'll see. This is our trial, and hopefully we provided you guys with
And yeah,
some
you can send
golden
us your
nuggets.
questions as well, right,
Oh
Coach?
yes, so we can talk about it.
Your burning
And
questions.
one final word, Coach Rose.
Yes, so we're gonna end this.
Yeah.
So if hopefully you learned something from us today, guys, and if you are curious and interested to learn more, simply visit to our website. There is 4 website in the screen, or also reach out to us. We will be happy to guide you. We do have a live webinar that happens twice a week. But of course, if you can't attend, there's no problem. We do have recording. We will send that to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Coach Divine.
Okay, so yes, guys, I hope you learned something tonight. And like Coach Roslyn said, reach out to us, and no matter who you choose, you will be in the same business, you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all for
Right.
me, Coach Pinky.
All right. So yes, thank you everyone again for those of you who watch and will be watching the replay later. And our goal in this real talk on digital business with the coaches segment is to give you clarity, empower you, to start your own online business if you think that this is what you've been looking for, and to give you enlightenment on your burning questions about this business. Maybe you've been following us, but then still a lot of questions in your mind. So this is a great opportunity to get connected with us, any one of us. And again, don't underestimate the power of that first step. Okay?
Yes.
Message
Yes.
us, any of us, and we will guide you on the first step until you get started. Who knows? This is what you've been looking for.
Yes.
And hope we can see you again in the next session.
Very nice, coaches. Let me leave you with this statement. I read it somewhere, and it says that your success is behind your first step. I think someone said that too. So yeah, just think about it and connect with us, and we are going to be here for you. So good night, guys, and see you guys next
Thank you,
time. Bye,
everyone.
guys. Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.